Graffiti is viewed not as an expression of vandalism in one country, but an act of terrorism. Linda Vaquero tells us all about a new feature film that explains why in this week's Visiones.
This is a public affairs presentation from For New York. Visiones.
A New York graffiti artist returns to his native Guatemala and finds a government that sees his expression of art as terrorism, and it's all in a new film based on true events. Joining us is director Mario Rosales to explain. Good to see you, Mario.
Hi, how are you?
Tell me about El Regreso de Lencho. That's the name of the movie, The Return of Lencho.
Yeah.
Who was Lencho?
Well, Lencho is a graffiti artist, a painter that he's been living in New York for 10 years, looking for develop his artistic career. But finally, after 10 years, he decides to go back to Guatemala and organize a collective of artists and do art that is social conscience and try to promote social critique about everything that is happening in Guatemala.
And you say this is really sort of based on true events. It's not a documentary, but it could have been if you will.
Yeah. Well, it's a fiction film. A lot of the events that happen are stories that I heard, stories that I lived. It's a little bit autobiographical, but it's actually a fiction film. Also, during the shooting, we used a lot of documentary techniques. We went to the streets of Guatemala. Sometimes we had like police to help us with the traffic, but as much as we could, we were like just going into the marketplaces, the plazas. We were just.
And unfortunately, you had a tragedy during the shooting, right?
Well, yeah, it actually happened like a couple months after we finished shooting. The movie is about all the violence that is happening against the youth. And like the youngest member of the cast, Carlos Chacon, he was 17 when we finished shooting, and he was killed by the police. He was shot 5 times.
And very quickly, obviously, we know this is a very, very long political history here, but tell me about, you were telling me about the Civil War that was, and maybe a little bit coming back?
Well, the Civil War stopped in 1997 in Guatemala, but I think the violence that we're living now is like exactly going back to the beginning of the 70s or early 80s.
Well, you've got a fundraiser coming up, screening of the film, and also you're hoping to raise some money to finish the film. Tell me about that.
Well, this coming Sunday, March 6th, is going to be a screening at the Anthology Film Archives. It's on 2nd Street and 2nd Avenue, and it's independent cinema from Guatemala, and we actually haven't got any funds. We couldn't be more independent.
All right. Well, tell me about the website where people can get more information about the screening and also about your efforts to finish the film.
Yeah, so the website of the film is called El Regreso de Lencho, is the title of the film. And there's a button there where you can donate money to this film be able to come out
All right,
to the public.
It's your directing debut, elregresodelencho.com. Mario Rosales, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.